Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here then welcome, my name's Chloe. So today's video is going to be a tutorial on this base look. I have already filmed a video for the eyes. It will be up before or after the video, but it is filmed for you, so this one is just going to be the base. If you would like to see more of me, you can find me on TikTok and Instagram under the same handle as my YouTube, which is Chloe H2E's, but I will pop that in the description box below for you, as well as a full product list that's on my face today if you are interested. Well, I hope you guys enjoy watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel before you leave, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye! Okay, so starting it off with some skincare, I have got my Estee Lauder Daywear cream. So in between doing my eyes and my base, I have washed my hands and I've just sort of taken a little wipe just sort of under the eyes and around the face where any shadow might have dropped down. I'm going to put primer on because I'm literally filming this video. I'm going to do the intro and outro to both the eyes and base separate videos. And then I don't actually know, I'm going to have a look at if there's anything else that I'm going to film with this makeup look on, because I might just do a getting ready with me, so it might not be worth putting on a primer. For skin, I'm just going to take a bit of a mix between my Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin and my Primark Tinted Moisturiser. These are both sort of shade 1, just from where I haven't tanned, but I am going to tan tonight. And I'll potentially do a video on that. I think I'm going to do one for TikTok, so I might just upload my TikTok video. Or, I mean, I am going back into tanning now since my tattoo has healed. It's been 2 weeks since I've had it done. So I can sort of get back in with tanning again. Before I go in with my foundation, I'm just going to take a little bit of concealer just to spot conceal. For that, I'm just taking my HMB ones. I'm just taking a little mix between the two because one of them is very, very pale that I use for sort of brightening, and the other one sort of matches tan skin. It's sort of a really good match to my foundation when I've got a tan. So just kind of blending between the two and then just popping onto any spots, and I really don't like the moles on the side of my face either. So I do have a lot of redness around my nose. I'll just let that sit for a little bit just to sort of build up the coverage a bit when it's sort of left to sit before blending. So I do really like my eyes. I do need to do the under eyes after I've done my base, but I've definitely gone wider with one eye, which really offsets the look, which is sort of annoying me because I'm such a perfectionist, but we're just going to roll with it. So I just got my Colomana sponge and just blending that a little bit now that it's sort of had time to set a little bit. So I'm going to take my Peaches and Cream brush. This is a PC08. I'm just going to take those foundations and just kind of stipple onto the face. And then just back to my sponge to blend. So I've been trying to cut costs where I can to help save for my beauty room and my course, my lip blush course. And I've been doing quite well with the food shop and we're getting that down to quite cheap. Of course it does help when you're shopping at Aldi. I'm just switching to this one for the more precise areas around my nose and my brows. I've also messaged Odeon because I want to cancel my Limitless, because that's an extra, what, £16.99 a month. I've had to quit my PT for now because that was £40 a session. So that's going to massively help towards paying for that course. So I'm literally just going to be paying for my food, my phone contract, my phone, which is a SIM only contract. I think it's about £12.50 with Sky Mobile, my mortgage, and this course. So I'm just going to be really scraping by the next couple of months, but it's something that I have wanted to do for a while, and I've got the opportunity to do it, and yeah, I'm just willing to make that sacrifice really. I could have done the course a bit later to save a bit more, but again, I'm not overly happy with work and I just kind of want to get this done. So I'm just going in with that concealer, some of these bits that I just want a bit more coverage for. Bronzer, I'm taking my Primark one. This one is the foundation and contour stick in Chai. I really like this one. This is the second one that I have purchased. It's just really nice and creamy. It is very warm, so I do have to be careful on my pale skin. But it does blend out really nicely, and I'm not very precise with my bronzer. I just like it to be an all over sort of warmth to the skin, so apologies if I'm giving somebody like PTSD. I'm just kind of slapping it on and blending it out. And just sort of blending back into the temples, because you know we want to make this as natural as possible. I'm always lifting and pushing back towards the high point of the ear. I do really like this Real Technique sculpting brush. It's very good for that. Take this sponge and just blend. Last week, Jake's brother got married, so used my camera to help film the ceremony and some of the speeches, because it was more of a, what do you call it when you get married sort of without a lot of notice and you're just kind of doing it with, is it eloping? Yeah, I think it's called eloping. So it was kind of like an elopement wedding. I mean, they only wanted nearest and dearest there. They kind of decided to do it within a month. I think we had a month's notice. They would get married, but it was a very sort of beautiful and intimate day, and it's something that I kind of like the idea of more than a really big wedding, because I've gone to lots of big weddings and it's just one day and you're spending so much money. I would rather do something like that and then save towards a really nice honeymoon or something. She says when she's not even engaged. But we've been together for 7 years. 7 years. But yes, my camera and tripod were used, and I don't know what it was. My tripod has really only been in the house. I don't know if it was just the uneven ground at Lyde Court or the kind of getting it out, putting it back in. One of the tripod legs is quite weak anyway. I kind of have to put it on an angle, otherwise it just kind of falls. But yeah, it just broke. I mean, I am able to use it today because I've kind of got it on an angle where it's okay, but it doesn't have the latch actually fitting it together. So if I knock this bad boy, she's tipping over. It's just sort of making do until I can buy another one. But yeah, I had to film the speeches with the camera just kind of around my neck on one of those like straps, and I was just so worried I was going to drop it. I don't know if I want to do blush or not. Do you know what? I'm not going to do cream blush because again it's sort of green, and I think I am just going to do quite a bronzy blush with it. For concealers, I'm just taking a mix of the two of them for the outer corner. And then this one by itself, the HNB SFO 0.5N, and the other one is it 2.5N? Yeah, 2.5N is the one that I mixed with this one to do the outer corner, and then the 0.5N I'm just using as the inner corner. But because we are not tanned, mix the two, just create a more of a skin tone shade. And then the 0.5 is just going to give it a bit of brightness, because even though I'm very pale, I do want that inner corner brightness. So I'm just going to let my cream sit for a little bit and then go in with powder. I feel like I do have quite naturally pigmented lips. Okie dokies. So I'm going to take my Hoola Light. This is the bronze that I tend to use and I haven't got a tan on. This is one of the products that I do actually like from Benefit. And then I'm just going to take this brush. This is Plouise F34, and I'm just kind of popping that over the bronzer, essentially just to set it. I like the colour of this cream bronzer, and I like that the Hoola Light isn't too dark, so it's just kind of being used to set and add a little bit more definition, and I'm just sort of blending back into the hairline. Blush, I'm going to take my Estee Lauder Modern Mercury. This is my favourite sort of bronzy blush. So it's got a little bit of colour to it, but I do like how it has a little bit of shimmer to it as well. I'm going to pop a little bit of highlighter on, and I'm going to take my Danessa Myricks in light powder. This one is in, I want to say it's in Halo. Yeah, it's the Halo powder, no, in light Halo powder in Sun. That's what it is. So this one's a bit more sort of glittery, which I quite like. I don't like big stripes of shimmer. I'm going to take some powder here. So this is the RCMA powder. I haven't used this in a while, but I ran out of my Beauty Crop powder and this was kind of what was left. I do tend to use my Cherry Blossom when I've got a tan, and I hate it when I've got pale skin. I just hate the pinky look of it. It doesn't really suit me, so I'm just kind of using this one whilst I am not tanning. Again, I don't like to sit for too long with this on my face, so I'm just going to push that in. Filming, doing some content. Tomorrow will be editing, and then bank holiday Monday I've got with Jake, so I don't know what we're going to do. But Sunday evening we're going to the food festival, so there's going to be like a bit of music, some food, which I can't wait for. I'm just going to take a bit of pressed powder. This is the HNB Fair, and just press that under the eyes. So my brows do have the by Ellie brow shape on them, but I'm just going to pop a little bit of the Benefit Gimme Brow over the top. I use shade 3 because I feel like my brows are just taking a back seat at the moment. Just with the foundation and the colours on the eyes, I feel like my brows aren't really standing out. taking the rest of the powder that's sort of squished into the powder puff and just kind of setting the rest of the face with it. Lips, I'm feeling maybe some gloss today. I'm going to take my Plouise Shady Lady lip liner. And blend the edges with my finger. I am going in with a light nude, so I'm going to take a little bit of Velvet Teddy just to blend into that Shady Lady so it's not too harsh. And take MAC Creme de Nude. Blend that. Then I'm going to take this Lifter Gloss by Maybelline in Moon. Pop that just in the centre. Okay, so this is the finished look for the base. I'll just quickly do my under eyes and then I'll be back to show you the finished look. There you go guys, that was the end of the video. I really hope you've enjoyed watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel before you leave, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!